I mended something! Welcome back to the garage, guys. Today we are doing a tutorial video on how to install a short shifter onto my lovely MR2. So we can just see the MR2 outside basking in the sun. It's a lovely spring day. It's like 10 degrees, which is not bad for March. And we're going to fit a short shifter. So let me show you what we have. This is the actual MR2 mechanism. So this is actually the bit that's inside the car, because this came from another car. And it has bits and bobs that need to be bolted in. And this is the actual shifter mechanism just here. Now, some of you are going to ask, what is the short shifter mechanism on here? Because this already has it fitted. Now, if you look closely, you will see a little plate there that is blue. What that does is it lowers the fulcrum point and it changes how much movement you need to put in to actually change gear. Now we need to obviously connect the wires, whatever you want to call it, the cables from the actual shifters on the engine into here to obviously actually work. But this is all the movement that there is, but it will be shorter once we actually fit it. I mean, I'll get a tape measure out and we'll measure what the standard one is in the car against what this is once it's fitted. Now, some other short shifters can be done in different ways. This one is for another Japanese car. It is not a Supra. I don't know what it is. It's a lovely piece of solid metal, this. And you can see here that it has this sticker plate here which changes the length of the actual shifter mechanism from the fulcrum point. The fulcrum point is the big ball in the middle, and obviously as you move it this way, this moves that way, and it changes how much movement this moves by for how much this moves by, if that makes sense. Another method you could also do for a short shifter in some cars is actually chop down some of the stick, make it a bit shorter. That would theoretically have a very similar effect, and some cars that is the way to do it. But in this car we have this plate mechanism, and this is what we're going to fit. So we need to get into the MR2, we need to start pulling some trim panels off and have a look at what we actually need to do to get to that. I think we have to take the console out. So that's what we're going to have to do. Let's crack on. So the tools we're going to be using today are as what you can see in front of you. So we're going to need a ratchet, we have a 12mm, we have a 13mm and a small extension. We have a hammer. We all know I like hammers, hence hammers. Couple of different posi screwdrivers, a couple of different flatheads just to help you pick the covers off. We have pliers, we have long nose pliers, and then obviously you have your short shifter kit. Yours might look slightly different. This is off another car, but this is just to give you an example. That's part of the kit. And you're going to need potentially a new gear shifter, potentially a new gear gator. I haven't got one, so you'll notice mine's missing in the video. New shifter, and then any collars potentially to fit your new shifter. And if you want to measure how much throw you're shortening it by, you're going to want a tape measure. Let's crack on with this video. So the MR2 has been stood all winter, and I think you can tell in places. But today it also gets washed. That video will be over on the second channel. Links are always in the description. But this video is about doing this shifter install. So let's spin the camera around so you guys can see what we're all about. So here is the shifter. Very thick as well. There we go. So this is what is called the shifter throw. So we're all the way in third gear at the moment, and neutral and bank for fourth. So if I get a tape measure, ta-da, here's one that I got earlier, we will be able to measure, hopefully, how far, if I can do this with freaking a couple of hands, how far it moves. So I'm going to put the camera there. I'm going to measure from the very front of the shifter where my finger is, and we're looking at 23, and then I'm going to push it all the way forwards and measure with the front of my finger, and we are at 11, so 11 centimeters to 23, which means it has a 12 centimeter throw. So the purpose of the short shifter is to hopefully make it, you know, maybe that far, you know, maybe like 8 centimeters or less. I don't know what this plate is going to do, but we've measured it now, so we have a 12 centimeter throw. Hopefully we'll get that a bit less. We're going to have to take off some trims. Oh, apparently I can do a lot of things by hand, which is helpful, but I do think we might have to take this out. You see the 4 bolts. Will we? I don't know. It's good that that literally just pulls off. So there is only 4 bolts that hold it. Unless it goes that way, doesn't it? No, all the way around. It's good having another one. So we can see that there's 4 bolts that hold it, and then there's where the cables sit, and that's the issue. It's the cables sitting in there that we might not be able to do anything about without taking this cover off. And to take this cover off, we have to take this box out to then take that off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna get some tools and we'll get removing. So we do need to remove this top box. There is a couple of screws there, a couple of screws in the top, and then hopefully this top box will come off. So I have removed the 4 screws that I've just pointed out. Ta-da! And there's a blue wire there, and another wire, I think they're for the amp. This is an amp behind my seat as well, for those guys that haven't seen it before. So that's them out. I definitely think there's some more screws somewhere. I just need to find them. Oh look, there's little covers there, so there's probably screws on the side. So I'll quickly find them screws and I'll come back and I'll show you where they are. So here we have 2 screws, one there and one at the back, and there's the same on the other side. Now the positives just like the were for the actual box. So I'm going to quickly get them out, and I think it just clips in at the front, so we should be able to lift it all out as one. And last but not least, there's these 2 screws up at the front. Just took one out. That's the second one out. Now the rest of the trim is loose. Oh, where's she coming out? Come on. There we go. We're off. Look at this brand new looking. Ah, it's a dead spider! I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. I had to check it was dead. It was dead. Didn't like that. Anyway. Right, so what we have here is the old shifter mechanism. We can see, and I appreciate I've turned the camera on its side, but hopefully you guys should still be fine. That mechanism there has a little nut on it, so that was nice and easy. Undo the nut, that will come out. This one, come on, out of the way. That one there has a split pin on it, so pull the split pin out and it should be nice and easy and come out. Then these cables have these little lift up plates that obviously they're like what you have on flexi brake hoses if you've ever worked on brakes. Pull the plate out, then they should come out, undo, 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 and it's out. That's it. Then we put the new one in. How buzzing am I? Right, I need to go and get a 13mm or a 12 because it's Japanese, and some pliers. Is that a 13? Yeah, I think that's 13. Maybe, I don't know. I need to get some sockets. I shall go grab them and I shall tell you what size they are when I get back. Okay, so now I can actually, I've got my tools as well, by the way. Now I can actually see them side by side. I realise there's a little bit more to it than I originally said. The short shifter isn't just the blue plate on this one. It's actually this whole shifter itself, because it is different to that one, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to at least utilise this gear gator, so I'm going to have to get it off so I can put it on, and then I'm going to have to find one of my older shift knobs, because I don't think that's going to come off. Maybe I'll have no shift knob to start with, I don't know. Either way, I'll be able to put this on. I do have a shift knob from the Supra, which I'm pretty sure is probably the same thread, so I'll be able to put something on for now. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly blast through these parts, get everything off, and hey presto, we should be nearly there. And that is them two clips out. They're now loose. That's great, so now we need to undo that, which is a 12. Save the nut. I'll put the nut back on there for now. That's that. Now I have this split pin to take out. Split pin is out. Save the washer. Don't drop the washer. And that one should come out. Now we can undo. Loose. That's now loose. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, might help if I undo the loom that's attached to it. Didn't think that through, did I? That's one. Come on. Come on. Two. Okay. Come on. Come on. Yes! We have the shifter. It's greasy, and the old shifter. Right, let's take them back into the garage. So that's the one also we've just took out of the car. This is the one that's going in. What you would need to do if you actually have it as a little conversion kit is you would need to unbolt them, and obviously you reattach your new bit on. Which obviously in this one includes this blue plate, which you can see side by side, hopefully because you're on my head, that is obviously a difference of probably 8mm compared to that. That's sat flush, that's sat proud. So hopefully we should have a bit of a difference in our shifting mechanism. Just give it a quick clean up, it's nice and free, ready to go. Don't know what I'm going to do regarding this shifter yet, and if this gator comes off, because to me it's all looks like it's attached on. So I'm going to do a bit of research before I do a final fit. So this gear gator, even though it's in good condition and it fits perfectly into the trim that I've got, it's shaped particularly for this actual shifter knob, which I hate. I hate the shape of this. This is one of the things that I don't like in the MR2. So at some point I'll be investing in a new gear gator. So for now we're going to go in, we're going to go all bare or naked, and we're just going to bang it straight in. So let's go and fit it. One thing I will say, if you are fitting a brand new one of these and you're dropping the ball into the socket, which is the hole at the bottom, make sure you put some fresh grease in, not lube. I've used the lube to clean it. You want to put some fresh grease in there. Now, because this is used, and I can see it's caked in grease anyway down there, we're good to go. So let's get this bad boy fitted. One thing I have noticed is there is a screw stuck in there. Actually stuck in the sound deadening. Has that been there since new? I don't know. It's proper stuck. It's not something we've done. And when I say we, I mean me, because there's only me. So time to get this refitted. Hopefully we can get this done quickly. So the refitting is very much the same as the reverse. I don't know why I've still got that clipping from the loom, but the clip is still there from the loom. No, it's not. So we need to feed that and that through the hole. Come on, get through the hole. Right, you're through the hole. You still not sat right. Right, you're sat underneath, you're lined up, you're in the hole. You're in the hole. Where's the last bolt? Have I left the last bolt in the other? Yes, the last bolt was with the whole unit. It is 1:15 on the Bluudys Garage clock. Oh yes. Oh yes. Here we are. Tight and tight. Cool. Right, we need to feed you on. We need to feed. Oh, while we do that one, let's put the split pin in the washer on. So we have a washer and a split pin. There is the washer. Make sure you put the washer on because it gives it more leverage against the split pin. They're definitely worth having on. I don't think the split pin wants to go on sideways. Go on that way. Go on that way. There we go. Split pin is on. So we should have sideways movement now. No, we don't. Why do we not have any sideways movement? Or is it because this can move? Interesting. Let's quickly just pop this one in. How does that fit in? It's like the thread's not long enough. I ain't gonna get a nut in. Oh, I am gonna get a nut in there. Like so. Oh, don't get me wrong, that motion is awesome. Oh. I'm gonna quickly get these clips in and see if it's sorting itself out. I hope that it does. The correct tool for the job is a hammer, which surprisingly I don't have with me in the car. Right, are they just going to pinch it for now? Right. So I can get fifth, and I can get reverse, third, fourth. Why do we not want to go sideways? What is grabbing it? I can see what's trapping it. Remember that little screw that we saw that was stuck in? That is what that is stuck against. So guess what I'm going to have to do now? Take it all off. Take that screw out. Good job I didn't push them in, wasn't it? See, some of you are going to be saying, well, why did it not make an issue before? Because this is now sat further down, and obviously it must not have caught it, where now we're catching it. So this screw that's obviously been in here for quite some time and was definitely stuck into the sound deadening is now free to live its own life somewhere. I don't know, can't put it anywhere. Now we should be able to get this back in, and we should be able to go sideways. Yeah, look, we can go sideways now. So let's get this bolted back in for the final time. I shall get it back to where we were and we will test it. So what I have is a vertex shift knob. So I can screw that on. It seems a bit high, if I'm honest. Nice and tight, so we can see vertex. And then first, yeah, if I tighten this up now, tighten that up now, we should be golden. I do think I need a hammer. It's hammer time! It actually went in really easy once I flattened it up. Very nice and tight. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Now we need to see if it was actually worth it. I have a short shifter and a different knob on it. But has it actually made any difference? Or has all this video backfired? Who knows? Either way it looks better, so I'm quite happy with that. So, we are at what are we at, my finger? 25.5. Is that all the way in? Yeah. 25.5 to 17. That makes it an 8.5 centimetre throw. We have knocked a third off. So even though it comes back a little bit further, we have knocked off a third of the throw. I am buzzing about that. Yeah, 33% shorter throw. Sweet. Right, let's get it blasted back together. Tight, 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 tight. Just nip that up with the tool. There we go. Nice and tight. You're tight. Sweet. Let's put you back together. Let's put you back together. Did you just go like that? Yeah, you did. You went a bit more down like that. Oh, we're not happy at the back here apparently. Oh, am I blocking it? I don't think I am. Oh no. It's the strap from the amp that's blocking it. Do it like that. Sweet. Let's get the screws back in. And last but not least, it's the storage box. Storage glove box, container box, boxy box. No idea how you're going to find its holes. Oh, like that. It sits in place. That makes perfect sense. Right, anyway, you're not going to be able to see me put these screws in, so I'll be back to you in a sec. So, last but not least for now, is to put this gear gauge back on. Now, I do believe there's a newer one which has a round gear gauge and a round surround on it, which I will look at getting because it just will look neater in the car. But for now, that is how. What gear gauge am I going to actually get that's going to fit that? Because the material is there's nothing. I mean, they're not the slickest gear shifts, if I'm honest, in the world, but never was before. I think that's down to the actual cables themselves, and maybe the selector on the gearbox may be worn. I don't know. I might have a look into it. But so we're in neutral, but it's not like it's neutral. It doesn't fly straight back into the middle, but it didn't on the old one. So that's what makes me think it's the cables. It's not down to the shifter mechanism. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. One. Reverse. Reverse was always a bugger. Sweet. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, I don't know why I'd stop in fifth, but you know, apparently that's what we're going to do. Sweet. So that is my short shifter. So that is my short shifter install. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you like the look, because I actually really like the look. I'd like it a bit more with the gear gator, just to cover it up a little bit, but I'm quite impressed and quite happy with it. So like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like this mod style tutorial video, make sure you let me know, like the video, and I will see you in another one very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. I'm mending something!